At Emerging Leaders Foundation, we seek to grow the next generation of African leaders, and young women, young men are targeted because we believe that young people are the reservoir for our destiny and our nation and the continent at large.
The greatest challenge of Africa is actually the fact that there's a major deficit of leadership capacity. Leadership capacity very much at the national level, but also it has also this crisis even at the sub-national or county, state level, and up to the level of community level. So increasingly we're recognizing that while we've done well in certain areas, like increased economic growth, it hasn't translated into development on the ground because there's been a bit of leadership crisis in Africa.
So what we do is that we identify young people who have a passion for leadership and mentor them, coach them, take them through it all, and then release them to society to go make a change.
Sometimes we can't change the past. We have to live with the consequences of the past, particularly in the case of Africa. But when you begin to have organizations like Emerging Leaders Foundation, they are beginning to think about the future. So we shouldn't be brought down by the issues of the past to the point that we can't move forward. We need organizations like ELF that are able to bring our attention into this is what the future is. We know what the future is. Let's take a step in that direction.
Today is the first day of a journey of 6 months to 1 year, where we journey with these young leaders, young men and women in leadership, where we just train them, mentor them, coach them, and equip them with skills and knowledge that are required to make a change in society and just to live an exemplary life, be the best they can be, discover their purpose, and just be the best they can be.
I believe that the Emerging Leaders Foundation is doing a tremendous work in terms of helping those leaders who are emerging really begin to be mentored, to begin to be trained. Again, I wish that I had had something like that to be able to input into my life. Would have made a whole lot fewer errors, done a whole lot less damage, could have really succeeded a whole lot earlier.
If we don't invest in the young people, then how are we investing in the future? Because the young people are the future. They are the emerging leaders.
The Ladies of Splendor mentorship program and Men of Honor mentorship program targets young women and young men between 15 to 35, and it runs for a period of 6 months. We tackle themes such as self-awareness, where we do stuff to do with purpose, finding one's destiny, getting to know your personality type, getting to do your own personal goals, and storytelling to just be able to embrace your own story, because leaders and people actually embrace stories that we tell, our own authentic stories. So other things that we tackle are leadership skills. We do community service because we are trying to inculcate the culture of service in our young people, that to understand that leadership is actually it's not about position. Leadership is about service.
Under Emerging Leaders Foundation, I've gone through another program called Ladies of Splendor, which was more about developing me to be a better leader in school. And so going through this is a continuation of a life journey of development and getting to know myself better so that I can incorporate my gifts in serving society and the people around me.
From this training, what I expect to have gained at the end of it is to be able to know how I can effectively be a leader, and also the issue of personal branding, and discover my potential.
From the Emerging Leaders Foundation training, I expect we be equipped with leadership skills, branding skills, negotiation skills, skills that can help me take the organizations I'm in touch with to the next level.
I expect also to get coaching. And after this program, I basically expect that I should have an initiative actually that will help me to be able to transform the society in which I live in.
Hii training ya Emerging Leader Foundation ni nzuri. Ni training ambayo iko na more benefit kwa jamii, na ni vile ninavyoona kwamba itachukua muda wangu mzuri sana kupata mafunzo ambayo nitarudi nyumbani na kufunza jamii zangu.
Personally, I'm very encouraged by such a training that is going on to mentor young people like me. The approach is very much deep, and I feel it's in the right direction to define who exactly a leader should be.
The future of young leaders in Africa is what is happening right now and is what is needed even in future, because a majority of the population in Africa is the youth, and it's only the youth who can speak for themselves, that it's only the youth who can inform the world of what is expected in terms of opportunities, in terms of leadership, in terms of employment, in terms of health reforms and job policies. Yeah, so the youth really need to come out and speak and work with the young leaders.
I urge many more young women and young men out there who seek and desire to discover their purpose, discover their destiny, and begin to live it out. You know, like, there's nothing as beautiful as doing what you love and loving what you do. It's never easy to get there, but then you can be coached, trained to get there. So if you're a young person out there and you're looking for such an opportunity and to also be mentored to become a great leader, a great individual, to live an exemplary life, then Emerging Leaders Foundation through the mentorship program is the place for you. We have the Ladies of Splendor, we have the Men of Honor mentorship programs. Please come join us and let's grow together.